So I got too many computers, and I'm going to try and kind of get rid of stuff. I think this one I paid $30 for. It had 8 gigs of RAM, no hard drive, and an i3 processor. It does have Wi-Fi and Bluetooth. I do believe I can remove that module. I can remove the antennas, and I believe I can put it in this machine here and get it to work in the M.2 socket. Maybe. So we'll have to see about that. So potentially 8 gigs of RAM, DDR4. That's about $50 right now. That processor probably have no value. Now I did go ahead and stick one of my i5s in here that I had out of something else, but it really didn't make much sense to run this thing. You need to upgrade the power supply. You need to put a video card in it. You're limited with this power supply. You know, you can only run so many things, and there's only 2 SATA ports, I think, on the entire board. So it's a cool little budget computer, but it's probably just going to end up getting tossed because it's just taking up room, and I could use the parts in something else. The only thing that's nice is it does have a hard drive on it, or excuse me, a CD drive, and like this one here does not. This is more of kind of a custom built thing. So we're going to see about just swapping some stuff around. But yeah, there's an i3 in here, which might have came out of this one, or it might have came out of one of the all-in-ones. I don't really remember which one, but the thing is, this thing's sitting here, and I want to finish doing some stuff with it. So this is never going to get used, just like a lot of these. So it's parts value. One thing I really do like how Acer did is they put these pins here, so you screw the heatsink down to the board. But look at that. Anyway, this one here is the typical crap that, you know, I don't like, but it is what it is. I don't know how well these work, but maybe good, maybe bad. I don't know. So let's see, what does this one say it is? I can't read it from here. 7100. So yep, that's the one out of here. Or that one might possibly be out of this Dell over here that's also a 7100. Or maybe that one still has one. I think it's just out of this one. But we're just going to go ahead and swap these. We're not even going to put anything back in this one, I don't think. Well, maybe. So ever so slightly there was like maybe right there a bent pin. You see it right there? I'm not gonna mess with that. But yeah, this was a $12 or $13 board, I think, maybe. So just very carefully swap these. I know this is horrible to be doing. Alright, we got that in there. And I guess we'll just put this one back in here so we don't bend the pins. Looks like there's some stuff on here. Alright, that's the RAM that came out of here. Not the greatest in the world, but it would still cost you $50. Alright, we got that in there, got that in there. I don't know if I'm going to pull that or not. I guess if I do, I should probably gut this entire thing, take what I can take out of it, put the case in the garbage. That's not a usable case, and even the board's not even usable for anything. I mean, but at the same time, I have absolutely zero use for an i3 of any kind. I just can't think of any use. There's a CD drive in it that would be like kind of like a laptop style. Power supply is pretty much worthless unless you wanted to make it into like a 12-volt lab supply to do something, you know, like that. And it's only got 2 slots of RAM. That's another thing too. It's like, okay. Now, but if you had 16 gigs, that would be plenty. Even 8's fine. So, but these type of computers, it seems like to me, the motherboard seems to restrict a lot of the performance that you could possibly get out of it in the first place. So, extracting every bit of usable pieces out of this would probably be good. So, I think I'll do is I'll pop this out of here. I'll put it in that. I've got a hard drive sitting here. It's not an SSD. It's got a Ubuntu on it, or Debian, and we'll see if it detects this, or how it goes. I'll leave the antennas on here for now, because I may see if somebody wants to just buy this thing. I'll sell it to you as an i3 with no RAM and no hard drive. $20. Let me get my money back out of it. I mean, I don't know, the processor's got to be worth $20, isn't it? Alright, I just put it back in there just for safekeeping. I mean, what do you do with this stuff? I mean, it's just, it becomes a certain point where it's like, you don't even know what the hell to do with it anymore. I'm just buying them because they were like $20-$30. But you can't sell them. Nobody wants them. So, anyway. Other than this one advertising right on the side of it, what it has. Well, maybe not that side. It says on it. It says, ba-boom. It, I guess, apparently came with a 1 terabyte. But like I said, it wasn't in there when I got it. So it's got the integrated LAN and Bluetooth. So like that module right there is worth $20. So yeah, it was $30. What do you do with this crap? I guess you put your eggs in one basket.